just talking to Khalil, he was talking about kind of you having a positive kind of energy about you by Monday, kind of putting Louisville behind. And how'd you get back in that mindset where you're thinking positively again after kind of a really hard game?
He said I specifically did? Yeah. Yeah, I know regardless, win or loss, God makes no mistakes at the end of the day. And that's where my faith lies is in Christ. As much as the loss did hurt, you can't get back that opportunity. So I just know being a leader on this team, like I can't dwell on something like that. Us as a team, we can't dwell on anything like that either. So I just had to show back up Monday and just flush it, figure out what we did wrong, obviously, but the guys look to me every single day, so I can't sit here and dwell about what happened. So I just have to show up every day and have to show up Monday with the right mindset to get us back on track.
I guess how much did that one hurt, though? I mean, you talked about coming back. It wasn't to go to a bowl game. And knowing that you don't have the control anymore of whether that happens, like, how hard was that to kind of get over?
Yeah, any loss you take is tough, especially losing in our stadium. Those always hurt, but it hurt a lot for sure. And walking off that field just didn't even feel real, to be honest. But like I said, there's all we can focus on now is Virginia Tech and responding and coming out with a win in Blacksburg. But definitely hurt a lot, to say the least.
Feels like a lot's been made about Wade Woodaz just growing into form off the field as a leader. Just what have you been seeing working so closely with them?
Yeah, he works his tail off every single day, and he's done that since the day he got here. And our team needs leaders, a lot of leadership. We have great leaders already, but the more leaders that you have, the better y'all will be. So Wade has stepped into one of those roles, and he's really just been more vocal, and he's really just gained a lot of confidence within himself on and off the field. And I think that's showing with how he's playing too. So Wade's a dude, and it's a blessing to be able to line up beside him.
I guess when you go back and watch film, like what were the things, particularly against the run, that you guys weren't doing good enough to be able to stop them?
Yeah, I would say tackling. There were a few missed tackles. Guys just need to stay gap sound, leverage the football, and just staying backside too, like we saw in that reverse, But I would just say just the missed tackles and staying gap sound were the two main things, and we failed to do that on Saturday. And Coach had a great scheme for us, and at the end of the day, players have to execute that scheme and make plays, and we just failed to do that. And I tip my cap to Louisville. They came in, they dominated us. So, but I would say just misfits, missed tackles were the main issue.
I think Coach Swinney said for you guys, just burn his tape, flush this tape. Is that kind of been a defense's mentality entering this week? Just throw that game away, it's an anomaly, just try to move forward.
Yeah, I mean, you can't throw it away completely because a lot of teams like to copycat. So I'd expect Virginia Tech and Pitt and the next opponents to do the same stuff that Louisville did. So, I mean, you can't throw it away completely. You have to remember what Louisville did and how they had so much success versus us. So, but Coach Swinney is right. We do have to really put that game to bed and just move forward to Virginia Tech. But, we can't forget about, what got us beat on Saturday. And so we have to just fix those mistakes and move forward.
I guess when you look at having one tackle as a linebacker in a game, is that something that sometimes that just happens because of the way they're running it or whatever circumstances in a game, or do you look at it and say, like, I only had one tackle, like I could have gotten more? Like what's your thought process after that?
Yeah, I mean, if it were up to me, I would make every single tackle out there. For me, and I don't want to do too much. I just want to show up every single play, do my job, and I mean, hopefully that results to having a big game. But not every game is going to be one of those games, as we saw on Saturday. So, do I wish I could have done more, and would have done more? Absolutely. And I wish I got a lot of plays back on Saturday, but never happy after you have just one tackle in a game. So, yeah, I just try to do my job every single play, and whatever that leads to, I mean, I'll live with the results, but never satisfied. Even if I had 15 tackles, I still wouldn't be happy. So that's just my mindset towards that, but definitely not satisfied with having 1 tackle.
Now, we talked a lot about the complementary football aspect and feeding off of each other. Just how hard is it to actually create that, to be able to find those little opportunities, those little moments? How hard is that? Because it sounds easy to say, play complementary football.
Yeah. Football is a tough sport as it is, and when your offense goes out there and scores a touchdown, you want to do everything in your power to force a punt so they can go back and score another touchdown, or you get a turnover. So that's the mindset going out onto the field, just get the ball back to the offense. Like you said, it is tough to do. It's easier said than done, but the standard that we try to uphold here every single day, that's what we're expected to do. And we wouldn't be here if we didn't want that challenge every single day, every single time we step out onto the field. So it is tough, but this game is tough and it's not supposed to be easy. So I know we embrace that challenge, and that's our mindset going out to the field every single day. Just try to get the ball back to our offense, and if we do have to punt, just try to pin them deep. But it is tough to do, but that we embrace it. So that's just the mindset within the team.
What makes you confident that this defense will bounce back after what happened?
Yeah, I know these guys like the back of my hand, so I know we're made up of the right stuff. We're battle tested, and we've been thrown in the ringer and came out swinging. So we know we have the right guys to be a really good defense. So it's just up to us to go out there and do it at the end of the day. That's what we failed to do. We haven't played like a Clemson defense should play this whole year. But I know there's still time for us to show that we can be elite and we can be up there with the best of them. So, but yeah, I know we have the right guys in the locker room who work so hard every single day and put so much into it every day. So, I have no doubt that we'll be okay. We'll be good.
It's just leadership-wise. I think we talked about Wade a little bit, but are there other guys that you've noticed have stepped up, I guess, since the Louisville game?
Peyton Page, for sure. Peyton has completely just transformed everything about him. I'm sure y'all have heard the stories of him coming in at 400 pounds and just being not being in good shape, and just from those days to where he is now, it's like night and day. Just who he is on and off the field. He's grown vocally. He's grown as a player. He's just smarter. He's just all around just growing in all areas. So I would say Peyton has really stepped up and taken a leadership role, and even like our young guys, Peter, TJ, Sheldon, KB, Avion, like those guys really stepped into a leadership role as well. So those are just some of the guys I would highlight.
I think Cade was telling us he's here from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Is that normal, or so you hear that long too? I guess, what is that like?
I wouldn't say it's normal. I don't have any class. All my classes are online, so I'm pretty much the same. I try to. Mondays is the only different day. I'll go home and take a nap, but Tuesday through Friday, I'm here the whole day, watching film, treatment on my body, recovery, eating, just doing everything I possibly can, just soaking up these last couple months I have here too, but just really just trying to buy into what it takes to win at the highest level, and that takes doing more than I've ever done, so I've really bought into that. But 7 to 10 p.m., I'm not here that long. That's pretty abnormal, I would say. Yeah, Cade's different.
This may seem like a silly question, but you mentioned missed tackles. I guess how difficult is it making tackles throughout the game when blockers and things are flying around? Is it an easy fix, or is it kind of a more challenging change compared to what fans may think?
Yeah, tackling is not something that, you can make it to be kind of technical, but at the end of the day, a tackle is just getting them on the ground by any means. So, whatever that looks like, there's some tackles that look prettier than others, or some tackles that just do not look flat out the nicest, but get them on the ground. So it's not an easy thing to do, but that's why we work it so much in practice. We work all different types of angles. We work all types of uncomfortable situations that might not show up in the game, but if they do, we're going to be ready for it. So I wouldn't say tackling is an easy thing to do, but that's why. Like I said, we want that challenge. We want to be challenged every single day, and that's why you come to a place like Clemson to play against the best players. So it's not an easy thing to do, but we're definitely built for it.
Go to Zoom with any questions? Anything else in the room? Thank you, Barrett.
Thank you all.
Appreciate it. Thank you.